Welcome back, sister, brother. Welcome to another Self-Love Sunday. I'm so honored and so happy that you're here with me. If you're here for the first time, I hope you get something great out of this channel, out of this video. And if you're coming back, I'm even more happy and honored that perhaps you found something useful here. Now, take a breath with me. Inhale gently. Exhale softly. Let me reassure you first. You are safe here. You are welcome here. You don't have to leave any part of you behind the door of this space. Today, we are going to explore something so many of us ask ourselves after leaving a trauma bond or unhealthy relationship. And a couple of questions come to mind. Why do I keep on ending up with the same kind of partner? Why does it feel that the same person is showing up just in different bodies? But before we go anywhere, I want to make a disclaimer that I speak from lived experience, not from clinical authority. My journey, my research, my healing, they informed what I share. But what I offer is complementary knowledge, not a replacement for therapy or professional support. So if you do need that extra support, you should definitely reach out to a professional because you deserve it. You deserve to be supported all the way. Here we have a gentle exploration, a space for clarity, compassion, not self-blame, not self-guilt and shame. So, let's first look at your patterns, and let me reassure you that they are not a proof of something being wrong with you. When we realize we've been attracting the same kind of partner, emotionally unavailable, dismissive, controlling, self-centered, our minds so easily jump to the shame. Why am I like this? Why do I choose wrong? Is something broken within me? And especially not having that feedback from the toxic partner makes it even worse because we are left with our own thoughts. They tend to deflect any kind of attempt to understand any kind of questions that we might have for them. But what is actually happening? You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Something much more tender and human is happening here. We don't choose people based on what we consciously want. We choose people based on what we recognize. So the nervous system may gravitate towards something that feels familiar, not what feels good. And familiarity gets mislabeled as chemistry very often. If chaos was something normal in your past, the calm may feel unnatural, suspicious. If you were trained to prove your worth, love that doesn't require earning will feel confusing. You will seek for that validation. You will seek for that response from the other person. So patterns are actually echoes. Patterns are echoes, not verdicts. Now let's jump into 4 plus a bonus 1 point reasons why we choose the same partner within a different body. There are 4 core reasons that this happens. Again, I will add another bonus one at the end. And none of them mean that you are doomed to repeat your past. This is all changeable. Number 1, your nervous system is pattern matching, not partner picking. So if inconsistency, unpredictability, or emotional distance were part of your early experiences or long-term past relationships, your body recognizes those cues as home, not safe, but familiar. Number 2, your boundaries weren't modeled, So your intuition was never given a microphone. People with unclear internal boundaries often override the red flags because they've learned to prioritize the feelings of others over themselves. Number 3, you may unconsciously try to complete the old story. So the psyche may try to repeat a wound, not because it wants pain, but because it hopes the ending can be rewritten. So if we had a certain experiences from our past, which usually happens from our childhood actually, which usually happens, that there's a reason why we repeat certain things when we're adults in our relationships, because there was something missing when we were growing up. We had certain experiences with our parents, or we were growing up in a certain kind of bubble of love and we were not aware of certain patterns, personalities, behaviors, manipulation, etc. The point number 4, trauma chemistry is louder than a healthy connection. So healthy love feels quiet, warm, and slow. Trauma chemistry feels like urgency, obsession, overwhelm, anxiety spike, and then plus that, relief. If you wanted, if you equated intensity with love, stability feels like there's no spark, there's no passion. Again, all of this feels, it's unlearnable. All of this can shift. 5th bonus point, we tend to believe the words over actions. So many times when a person tells us that they love us, we automatically drop every red flag that there is. We automatically ignore all the behaviors because they said they love us. Does it sound familiar? Because it certainly does for me. It certainly was the case for me that because they said they loved me, it didn't matter for me that their action didn't match it. I was conditioned to seek for the evidence in the words, the pretty words, not the actions. So what is the turning point? The turning point is awareness. This is the first thing that breaks the loop. The moment you see the pattern starts to lose its power, and that's the great news. Not because you force yourself to choose differently, but because you no longer move blindly. Awareness is like your first boundary, the first protection instinct, the first new rhythm. So when you start saying, wait, that feels familiar. Hold on, this sensation in my chest, in my stomach feels like the past. I know this pattern and I don't want to walk it again. That means your entire relational field begins to shift. So let's jump into some practical advice on how to stop attracting the same type of partner. First one, slow down the pace of connection. Fast intimacy often bypasses your intuition. So when you go slow, your nervous system has time to read the situation clearly. A slow beginning reveals more than in any early chemistry. So even going back to what I said about believing them that they said they love us, therefore they must love us, even though their actions don't match. Turn into an observer. Actually have a look, take your time, have a look at their actions, because I'm going to tell you, the right person, the person that is actually compassionate and patient and is able to put themselves in your shoes, that person will respect your pace. I know how difficult it is to break out of that connection, passion, and also like that, break out from that need of people pleasing. But slowing down, even if it's counterintuitive, will make a huge difference. And I know there will be people on your way when you're trying to enforce that, when you're trying to get that new pattern into your life. There will be people who will protest that, who will be against it, who will be pressuring you, who will be calling you out. And those are the type of people that you want to avoid. Those are the type of people that actually don't want the best for you, but what they want is something for themselves, something to use for themselves. So have that in mind, that you cannot go wrong with slowing down the connection. And if someone is fast into declaring their feelings towards you, they want to move fast, they want to move in together, be exclusive after one date, all of this, right? That's your sign. That's a very clear sign. Number 2, before dating someone, observe how your body responds to them. Not the fantasy, not the hope, your body. Does your chest tighten? Do you feel a familiar anxious pull? Do you feel like you need to perform or be on all the time? Your body knows your patterns before your mind does. So have that in mind. Use your wingman. Your body is your wingman. So use them. Or your wingwoman. So use it for your benefit. Listen to it. Number 3, listen to the consistency, not intensity. It will somehow refer to point number 1. Someone's words don't predict your future, the patterns do. So healthy love is consistency. Healthy love is not punishing you for saying no. Trauma chemistry is intensity. It is pressuring you into doing things. It is telling you that you're the love of my life after 1 or 2 or 3 dates. There is a certain time pressure on this one. There is like a boom in the connection. So usually this means something unhealthy, upcoming unhealthy. So consistency over intensity. Number 4, don't follow potential, choose patterns. Potential is the story that your heart will tell you when you want to see the best in someone. And pattern is reality. So patterns decide the relationships, not promises. Number 5, build the version of yourself who can recognize healthy love. So the more you heal your relationship with yourself, your voice, your boundaries, your needs, the less you'll tolerate the energetic signature of past patterns. You don't attract what you deserve, you attract what you believe is possible. Let that sink in. You don't attract what you deserve, you attract what you believe is possible. And when your belief shifts, your relationship shifts. And I wanted to add as well, don't beat yourself up if you don't get these things right the first time. You will still have this is a massive shift that you're doing. Obviously, you take it step by step. Don't overwhelm yourself. This is a massive shift, but you only do it step by step, small bits at a time. And you will have failures. It's not failures really, but you will have times when you give into the intensity, when you will drop your boundary, when you will choose someone else over you. Just be aware of this and don't treat yourself badly because of it. Don't judge yourself for it immediately, for not being perfect, because everyone has done it. I've done it myself. I have done like paragraphs of long messages trying to get someone to validate me, and they were my abuser, for example, right? So don't worry about that. That will happen. That you will still fall back into your own patterns. There will be a bunch of times that you do that, and it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Be your biggest supporter, be your biggest lover, be your biggest cheerleader. Like there's nothing you can do wrong, because remember that you are the way you do this, you're addressing your child, the inner child within you, the little girl, the little boy within you. So be patient with her or him. Give them time. Like when we're learning something new, so many of us are so scared now to make mistakes. But when we were children, you would fall and get up, fall and get up, fall and get up until you got how to walk. It's the same thing. There was a great quote recently by Gabor Mate, incredible doctor, that said that when something triggering happens, something more or less, I might be butchering this, by the way, but when something triggering happens, we don't respond accordingly to the situation the way we are today. We respond in the way when the trauma actually happened to us in the past as a child. So we respond with that trauma from the past whenever the wound happened. So that's our response in stressful situations, when we're being hurt. So just have that in mind, that you are actually dealing with an inner child. You are dealing with a child with regards to your emotions in certain ways. So just be patient and be the best parent for yourself. Let's jump into a small integration moment. So think of a very healthy shift as a small, quiet act of rebellion against the old story. Choosing yourself, pausing before responding, not going back when you feel lonely, honoring the red flags you used to explain away. Every small shift is a turn to the wheel. You are not behind, you're not late, you're not broken. You are unwinding a lifetime of conditioning, piece by piece. So again, be patient with yourself and celebrate every small win, every little thing that you've done differently than in the past. Yes, you know what I mean? A couple of final bits. I would like to introduce you to a small new pattern meditation, new pattern practice. Obviously, it's optional because not everyone is doing that, but I highly recommend meditating, doing yoga, practices that will calm your nervous system and reinforce new beliefs, new patterns. So, for the meditation, place your hand over heart or your belly, or you can do both at the same time, whichever feels more comforting, or if both at the same time feel the most comforting, which is the case in my case, then I do that. And close your eyes if that feels safe right now. You don't have to, but if this feels safe, close your eyes. Breathe in gently. Exhale slowly. And repeat after me, or quietly in your mind. I release the patterns that no longer serve me. I release the patterns that no longer serve me. I choose relationships that feel safe in my body. I choose relationships that feel safe in my body. I no longer chase the intensity. I welcome consistency. I no longer chase the intensity. I welcome consistency. I honor the part of me that is learning a new way. I honor the part of me that is learning a new way. I am allowed to take things slow. I am allowed to take things slow. I am worthy of love that doesn't hurt. I am worthy of love that doesn't hurt. Another breath in. And a long, soft exhale. Let your body feel the truth. Not all love is meant to be survived. Healthy love is meant to be lived. You can open your eyes if you had them closed. And we're going to move on to just a small ending reflection. Just the fact that you are watching this, sister or brother, means that your pattern is already shifting and coming to surface. Awareness is the first break in the cycle, and you've already done that. So well done. You are not repeating, you are awakening. And that's it for the day. And if this episode supported you, share it with another woman or gentleman who might need this softness today. And as always, take a beautiful, gentle care of your heart this week. Thank it for keeping you alive. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next week. Just a quick one at the end. If you have any practices, any advice that you want to share in the comments on how you are tackling the building of healthy love, healthy connection, firstly with yourself, so you can establish a beautiful, healthy partnership in the future, I'd love to hear from you. We'll see you next week.